Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So, welcome back from hopefully a good Christmas. So we're back day after Christmas. We got, I believe, 1 week or less than 1 week before the end of 2024. This year has gone by so quickly. And it has been a great year, a fantastic year for Bitcoin and crypto. And here's the thing. We are entering the year-end rally stage. So will history repeat once again? Are we going to see that year-end rally? Well, let's discuss. Let's see if history will repeat. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know how many of you guys will be tuning in. I don't know if you guys are still on vacation or you're still chilling at home. But regardless, we are here. We are here. All right, so we're starting out today, 95.3. Even though yesterday we did climb all the way up to 99.9. Actually, yeah, yesterday, Christmas Day, we actually shot up from 94, you could see, all the way up to 99, and we hovered there, and we almost broke through $100,000 for Christmas Day, and then now we came back down a little bit when the U.S. market opened. So definitely, Wall Street is having an effect on Bitcoin right now, because when Wall Street was closed, Bitcoin was actually doing quite well. So there is something going on, and I will explain what's going on there. But overall, like I've been saying, dips are gifts, and there is no doubt we've had a fantastic year so far for Bitcoin and crypto. There is no doubt about it. I don't care if there are people that are now screaming that, hey, it's bad, it's bearish, it's this and that. All you have to do is zoom out and look at how we started out the year, how bad it was in January, or just zoom out and look at where we were 6 months ago or 3 months ago. There's no doubt about it. We are much better now than before. So this has been an absolutely great year. But here's the thing. If you go based on history, and I'll show you, after Christmas is when we usually get a really good rally leading up into the new year. And that's when it actually continues forward. It doesn't actually stop. There's nothing that says, oh, when the year ends, it just stops and then it just goes down. That's, well, based on history, that's not what happens, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, we are opening up today. The U.S. market is not looking good once again. It does seem like Wall Street, there are things going on in Wall Street right now, okay? Fund managers may be rebalancing their portfolio. There are probably some that are maybe selling off because of year-end, not only rebalancing, maybe because of tax reasons, okay? They may be doing some stuff, doing some sell-offs to make sure that they're not going to pay a whole lot of taxes for this year, right? Sometimes things just happen at the end of the year, okay? So definitely, like I said, yesterday when Wall Street was closed, Bitcoin like almost broke 100,000 once again, and today Wall Street opens and it starts coming down a little bit. And I said this on my video Christmas Eve too. It does seem like Wall Street right now, they're definitely doing something to Bitcoin. And the ETFs also too. So again, like what I've been saying about rebalancing, a lot of these funds are rebalancing. So I don't know what the numbers will be today, but this has been the longest streak of sell-offs for the ETFs, or outflows, I should say, that we have seen in a long time. Leading up to Christmas, we had 4 straight outflow days. We haven't seen 4 outflow days, I don't know in how many months. If I don't think we've seen this since like maybe June or July timeframe. We had days where it's like 2 days outflow or something like that, but 4 straight. So that does tell you. And we had 2 days of even BlackRock having outflows. And you know Larry Fink, he tries very hard to make sure that BlackRock never has an outflow. And that tells you when even BlackRock has outflow, that means there are massive amount of people selling. So that goes to show you, yeah, there's definitely a lot of institutions, companies, people on Wall Street that are definitely selling right now. That's having an effect on Bitcoin. And I think, again, it has a lot to do with year end, and they're trying to rebalance and doing whatever tax reason, whatever they're trying to do, trying to prep for 2025, right? So definitely having a lot of, I guess, selling pressure at this point. Also, here's something else. Mt. Gox, again, the gift that never seems to stop giving. They've been transferring a whole bunch of crypto, or not crypto, Bitcoin, to this creditor, 364 million worth. Every single day, it seems like 200, 300, every single day, and they transferred 364 million, right? And I don't know if that creditor's been selling or not, but you know, this has been causing some FUD. And if that creditor is selling, then obviously it's been, you know, adding a little bit of sell pressure to the market. That could be the case, right? So, you know, these two things combined is maybe what's been holding Bitcoin back a little bit, okay? Just slightly. Just, you know, overall, I showed you guys this before, and I'm going to bring it up again for people that are starting to turn like somewhat bearish, but I did show you guys, and I bookmarked this for good reason, because I've showed this many times before. You guys got to realize that Bitcoin does not just do this, even though when you zoom out, it does seem like it does this, but corrections and dips are perfectly normal, okay? On our way up to the moon or Mars or wherever, to the top of every cycle, there will be corrections, okay? Major corrections, 20, 30% corrections. And this cycle, this one that we're in, has been the tamest one of them all. Okay, so the current one that we're in, like the 10% one that we've seen, this dip, it's actually quite tame compared to some of the previous ones, like a 23%, a 26%, a 32%. Yeah, this is actually nothing compared to what we have seen before while going upwards. Okay, not while we're going down, while we're going up. So whatever reason there may be to cause a correction, maybe Wall Street rebalancing or some Mt. Gox FUD or some whatever else whale that may be selling or whatever, right? This happens every single time while we're going up to a new high, right? So I bookmarked this to show you guys that this is perfectly normal. And even though there will be many that will always cause FUD, no matter what, with any dip, just know that it is perfectly normal. This happens every single cycle while we're going up. Not while we're going down. Well, while we're going down, we're going to see bigger corrections. But while we're going up, in the parabolic bull runs, okay, we see them all the time. Yes, all the time, right? All right, now moving forward, Are we going to see that year-end rally? That's the main topic for today. So now that we've gotten that over, okay, are we going to see this rally that I've been talking about? Well, there's still a chance. It's not like the year is over. Today, tomorrow, and then the weekend, plus next week, the 30th and 31st, we still have 5 full days. Okay? 5 full days, anything could happen. Just like yesterday, if you guys paid attention, for Christmas, we all of a sudden shot from $94,000 all the way to $100,000 basically in a single day. So Bitcoin moves very, very quickly out of the blue. So in 5 days, things can move very, very quickly. And just like these outflows, right? They just came very quickly. Inflows could come very quickly. So again, things could turn on a dime. But overall, just know that the ETFs, they are contributing to this major supply shock that I've been talking about forever, right? It may not happen like every single day. They may not be contributing to a price jump every single day, but when the ETFs have already soaked up 2.5% of supply within a single year, and will continue to do so every single year from here on out, just do the math, right? It's going to have an effect. And same thing, when you see the overall supply of Bitcoin continue to plummet, just like this headline, the Binance reserves have dropped to January levels. Again, you put 2 and 2 together. When the demand is skyrocketing and supply goes down, well, what do you think is going to happen to the price overall? It's going to go up. It's that simple, right? You just got to do some math. You gotta put it all together, or you just listen to me and I'll put it together. I'll put it together for you guys. Israel is about to debut 6 Bitcoin funds, right? We talk a lot about now countries that will be embracing Bitcoin, either as strategic reserve or just allowing more funds. You know, Russia is already using Bitcoin in trade, but they're about to utilize Bitcoin in their strategic reserve, just like America is, just like maybe Japan and Brazil will. We got all these countries that will be doing so, and that could come as soon as January, right? So that definitely can cause some people to think, this is probably a good time to load up before that happens, right? So right now, we may be having some people rebalancing their portfolio, but there are probably some people thinking, this is a great time to be loading up too, right? Right before all this happens. Now, let's look at some history. So right now in Q4, in case you guys are wondering, Q4 has been absolutely fantastic. Okay, Bitcoin is up 51% in Q4. Q3, as good as it seemed like, but Q3 we were barely up. Q4 has been absolutely fantastic, and that's counting December, November, October. But right now, let's refresh. December, right now, we're actually still in the red. Actually, yesterday we were in the green. I checked. It was like plus 2%. But now we have fallen to the red level right now. We're barely in the red. Okay. But year-end rally, if you look at the previous halving years, right, before the parabolic year, like 2020, for example, we were up 47% in December. 47%. And the prior halving year, we were up 31%. So obviously, we're very off from that. 31% and 47%. So we're off from that. However, if you look at the chart and you look at where most of the gains came from, they were all after Christmas. Most of those gains came that final week before the end of the year. See, that's where, you know what? that's where, that's where it gets exciting, right? Like this loading up that I'm talking about. And prior years, we didn't have any of this goodness that I'm talking about, right? Loading up in anticipation of what's to come, like this massive supply shock factor with the ETFs, with countries, with the new regulations, the very favorable regulations that's coming up next year. Okay, we didn't have any of that to look forward to. Prior cycles, the only thing we had to look forward to was more FOMO. Okay, was more retail FOMO. That's it. That was the only thing. It was based on FOMO and faith that we were going to follow the previous cycles. We didn't have anything that we had now. Really, we didn't have a favorable crypto president that was coming in. We didn't have countries talking about making Bitcoin a strategic reserve. We certainly didn't have ETFs. None of that. We didn't have any of those things. We just had, hey, history, right? And history's on our side, and hopefully history repeats. That's the only thing we had. But that was good enough, and that gave us tremendous returns. But now we have history on our side, and we have so much more. So, will the year-end rally come, right? Again, we have history on our side, but also we have so much to look forward to, right? So, don't give up hope. It can happen. Things could flip on a dime. The last 5 days of this year could be absolutely fantastic. And here's the thing. If it's not fantastic and we don't go up and we don't rally the last 5 days, we don't shoot up 45, 47% or 31%. And let's just say we go up a little bit, or we don't go up and we just go sideways because Wall Street wants to do its thing. So what? So what? We know 2025 is going to be absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. There is zero doubt in my mind 2025 is going to be even better than 2024 in every single measurable way. Fundamentals will be better. The prices will go up. The gains will be much better, right? So that's the bottom line. That's how I view it. If it goes up in the next 5 days, it'll be a gift, right? But if it doesn't, hey, 2025, we got an entire year to look forward to. However, hey, I think we got a lot to look forward to in the next week and the entire year. All right, so here's a few more things. Let me show you, right? According to traders, what we experienced is actually pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. A retest, right? A false break and a retest of the bottom ascending channel, which is actually, perfectly normal and things that we usually see all the time, right? And it's a way for us to now break to the upside once again. And here's someone else that actually made a prediction before, and he actually said this is exactly what we're going to do. Again, break to the downside, find a support level, and then, again, break to the upside. And according to this prediction, this is around the same time when we break to the upside, break to a new high, and then start a new year when we start going upwards, right? So even the technical guys, they're thinking the same thing, right? Maybe the timing scale, they're pushing it more into the January side and not this final week. But hey, give or take a week, who cares, right? But ultimately, again, not time to be panicking, not time to get bearish and say, oh, okay, it's all over. What reason is there to be doing that? It makes no sense. It makes no sense, right? All right, what else is there? All right, the last thing I'll say about Bitcoin, again, just like the chart I showed before about all the dips that happen, right, in a bull market, when you zoom out, it doesn't seem like there are any dips, because when you zoom out, all those dips, all those 20, 30% dips are just these small little red candlesticks. You don't even notice it. The only thing you notice is the huge green candlesticks that just go up forever to the moon, right? And again, if you look at where we are, right around the year end rally stage, and leading into the parabolic year, the final year of the 4-year cycle, it would be really, really silly. Really, 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 really silly to be leaving the market right now. Okay, you look at where it's circled, we are here. Even if you didn't know anything about crypto or Bitcoin, and you're just like someone coming in and you're looking at this chart, is this a stage where you would want to exit the market? You know, like, it doesn't take a genius to figure out this is the point where things start going up in a big way, right? So it's pretty easy to understand. When in doubt, zoom out, and then you'll realize, hey, this is the part where it gets really exciting. If you thought Q4 was exciting, just wait until the entire year of 2025. Then it's going to be real good. Real good. All right, last thing I'll talk about are, I guess, meme coins. There's actually a really interesting story I want to share with you guys. I guess it shows the good thing that could be done with meme coins. So meme coins take the top spot for crypto investor interest in 2024. That's no surprise, because Bitcoin's led by institutions this round, not by retail investors. So what do retail investors do? Well, they FOMO into meme coins, right? Some are buying into the alts, the good alts, like the L1s and L2s, and, you know, some AI plays and DPIM plays and, you know, so forth. But many are FOMO into meme coins. And obviously, that is why a lot of meme coins have shot up to the moon this year, right? And something like Pengu, I think that's how you say Pengu, has now flipped bonk, and they are the biggest Solana meme coin. You know, I remember when WIF was getting so hot because Arthur Hayes was pumping it. So WIF surpassed Bonk, and now they came back down. Bonk was number one, and now, you know, you have other newcomers like Peanut that was getting hot. They came back down, and A16Z was hot, coming back down, and then others, you're right. But then now you got Pengu that like shot up to number one. You got all these memes that are like doing quite well. And, you know, you really don't know about the fundamentals of memes, right? They either do well or they don't. Maybe sometimes they have good leadership, and they're trying to build. But, you know, overall, you just don't know if they do well or not. But here's a really good, interesting development I just saw on X. Okay, so there's this guy. I guess he talked about how his daughter has this really rare brain tumor, and he tweeted it out, and some guy made a meme coin called Mira, okay? And that meme coin shot up to 80 million market cap, and then the guy who created the meme coin sent the father half of the supply. right? So 12 hours ago, half of the supply was worth 400K. And he's like, I don't know what to do, because if I just sell half the supply, it would literally dump the meme coin. And he doesn't want to do that because he doesn't want to like rug a whole bunch of people. That was 12 hours ago. As of 2 hours ago, right, that meme coin has shot up to 80 million market cap, which means whatever was sent to him is now worth $40 million. Which, again, see, this is like a case where a meme coin is actually doing quite well. I'm sure this guy could use $40 million for his daughter's medical bills, but like, I don't know if he's sold already or what he's going to do. He can't obviously sell half of it. It would dump the market. But this is a quite interesting development, right? So this is a case where actually a random meme coin created, I guess, for a good cause, has done something. But you could argue the guy who created it still has half the supply. I don't know if he has half. Maybe he burned the other half, or he put in the LP and actually the guy created has nothing. Maybe he actually did do it for a good cause and he has nothing. I don't know. But, you know, I just saw this because this is a trending story on X. And it's actually a pretty good story. So I actually don't know what he did. So let me see. Yeah, so as of 8 hours ago, that meme coin that was sent to him is worth $18 million. So that was 8 hours ago. So if he kept it, it would be worth $40 million right now. So good for him. Good for him. Anyways. All right. That's it. That's pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A. Maddie C says, not to be rude, but you realize not all of your viewers are noobs, right? But Maddie C, you also realize vast majority of my viewers are. And even if it's not, it's like 50-50. So what do you want me to do? If I don't talk to people as noobs and I'm talking to all of you guys as like not noobs, then what about the noobs that tune in? Right? I have to cater to everyone. And if you're not a noob and you feel like you don't enjoy my content, then I mean, I hate to say it, you don't have to tune in. But what was the point of that comment? All right, let me scroll up. Let me see if I miss anything. Someone watch and listen show the meme coin. XRP Phoenix, new member, welcome. And watch and listen another super chat. Merry Christmas. Let's see if I missed anything else. Hopefully, all of you guys had a good Christmas. Um, it was nice. It was nice for a day where I didn't have to worry about making a video. And I actually got time to spend a whole day with the family. Let's see. Shilly 23, thank you. I will continue to do so. Hipper 2006. George, would the start of World War III be a huge red flag for crypto? Yes, I would say so. Yes. Hopefully that never happens. Johnny, hey, I appreciate that. You know what? I don't think I just cater to noobs. What I do is just reemphasize my message, regardless if you know it or not, right? I try to reemphasize my message and I add in current news and what I see. That's it. Really, nothing I do have changed over the years, other than maybe I'm a little bit better at delivering my message, and that's really it. Getting my point across better. I think if anything, my message has been the same, but I'm just better at delivering the message. That's what if I had to summarize myself, that's really it. But it's always been the same. Just, I think it's just easier now too, because like I've said in previous cycles, there's like really, you could speculate on what's to come, but there wasn't really anything other than faith that things will get better and do better just based on history. You could say maybe there's going to be Wall Street adoption or institutional adoption or company adoption, stuff like that, right? But we didn't know it was going to happen. But now we do. It's clear. There's clear evidence it's happening. The fact that even Microsoft held a vote, things like this didn't happen before. They would be laughed at. To have a president-elect to talk about Bitcoin and to formulate a cabinet and all these appointees that are pro crypto and talk about a strategic reserve. These things would be like laughed at if they were even brought up years ago. These things are not speculation. These are all real. So, it's no longer just blind faith. These are real things that are happening. That's, it's just the ability to believe is so much easier now than before if you think about it. If you live through like the 2017 cycle, it's just like purely blind faith. 2021 cycle is easier to believe. But still, we didn't have a whole lot, especially with Gary Gensler trying to sue everyone left and right. Now, with Gensler gone and getting a lot more pro-crypto SEC and CFTC chairs, it's even better. Clifton, Sam Sulik, is he the bodybuilder guy? If he is, I know who you're talking about. He's like only like 20 years old, and he's like the biggest jack guy you'll ever see. Let's see. Will Sui be the Solana this cycle? It could. It could. They have done very, very well already. Can they continue that trend? Hopefully. I mean, same thing. Like, it's not a guarantee. Injective in 2023 had a huge, huge year. But so far in 2024, they haven't. Sui, hopefully they don't do the same thing. They had a huge year in 2024. Hopefully they can continue that in 2025. If they continue to do what they have done, which is, again, to onboard, really good developers, make partnerships, continue. They've done some OTC deals, and they continue to do that, and continue to build momentum. They could continue to do very well next year. Shane, Sui supply I haven't released yet, but I looked at it again. It goes to it's like 60-year unlock. Okay, most of us don't have to worry about that. So a lot of it is unlocked or locked, but if you look at that unlock schedule, it's for like 60 years. So it's like very little over many, 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 many years. So as long as they onboard enough people, it should be okay. Not to say that it's as good as a chain that has a set supply. Obviously, that's optimal, but they're like weird in a way. They have a 60-year unlock schedule, which is like really, really weird. I don't even know why it's that long, but I don't even think the founder will live that long. But it is what it is. Richard, thank you. XRP has stabilized a little bit. It was almost up to $3. Now has kind of like halted, but kind of like Solana, right? People are just putting profits into other things. Well, I mean, obviously because the market came down a little bit. But Solana did the same thing. Solana hit 260, and then it came down. And then people put money into other things like, XRP and Cardano, Hedera, and other things. XRP kind of went through the same thing. They hit 270, 280, and then now they came back down, and they're kind of hovering. They kind of lost that momentum, and I think a lot of the money went into other things like Sui, for example, or Chainlink, which was doing very hot. So it's like a lot of these, once they hit a certain peak, they go cool off a little bit, or maybe some of the money went to Bitcoin or whatever. Doesn't mean that anything's changed. It's just you're gonna have to wait a little bit before the momentum comes back. Right now, honestly, because Bitcoin came back down, a lot of the alts are just weaker. But just wait. Just wait until Bitcoin breaks through 100, gets back to its previous high and goes up. Then all the alts will start rising again, and then no one's going to remember any of this, right? That's why you just gotta take advantage when you can. These dips, you gotta view them as gifts. Once Bitcoin starts moving again, once we break into new high territory and all the alts start moving again, you're going to regret not picking up at these levels. That's really how I view them. But hey, again, if you can't pick up, you're like, I'm out of money, George. This is fine. Then just at least don't panic sell. That's the only thing. Just continue to hold it. If you guys held for the entire year of 2024, it was much worse. XRP was like 30 cents earlier this year. For most of this year, XRP was below 50 cents. If you held XRP below 50 cents, why could you not hold XRP at 217? It's like, it makes no sense, right? So just think about it that way. Isaac, thoughts on algo staking rewards? I actually have no thoughts on algo staking rewards. If you have algo and you want to stake it for staking rewards, sure. I don't know the percentage of it. What is the fastest blockchain? That's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. You could have a fast blockchain with no usage, so what's the point? Most of these chains do not come... Most of the usage on the chains, I should say, does not come anywhere close to their maximum theoretical output. So it's irrelevant. Ricardo, they're saying Solana 500, 600. What do you think about that? I think that's very conservative. I think Solana will be well above 1,000 by the end of 2025. Jir, new member, welcome. There are a lot of new chains that claim they can support 1 million transactions per second. Great. But how many transactions do they currently have? Like 100? So what's the point of being able to support 1 million when they can't even get any transactions on the chain? MicroStrategy is not doing too well. A lot of Wall Street guys are also selling out MicroStrategy right now. MicroStrategy is not ending the year on a high note. Their high this year was 473. They're about 358. How do you think the drone situation is affecting crypto? It's not. It's not. It has nothing to do with crypto. It's not affecting crypto at all. The government knows. The military knows all about those drones. I mean, Trump summarized it perfectly. If they were a threat, even if the military was late to the situation, they would have shot them all down. The simple fact that they weren't shot down and they still exist means that the military knows exactly who they belong to, where they launch and land. You know, those drones can't fly forever. They have to come down and charge somewhere. So the simple fact that they haven't been, destroyed shows that the military knows exactly who they belong to, and most likely it belongs to them. Phoenix on XR, I have no idea. I do not follow. I'm assuming Phoenix is a meme coin on XRP Ledger. I have no idea. No idea, man. Even though that's a big super chat. I do not follow memes on XRP. What do you think about the total market cap at peak run? 7 trillion, 9 trillion, or 11 trillion? I think it's going to be 11 trillion plus. I mean, if you just look at it, Bitcoin will probably take up 4 trillion by itself. So we're already at 3 trillion. So that if you add another 2 trillion, that's 5 trillion. Yeah, we're going to probably be at like 11 trillion. It's going to be a lot higher. A lot higher than 7. Maybe it'll be like 9 to 11. I don't know. But I think it's going to be... All this market cap is like really artificially inflated. It's not real. We don't have real like $3.31 trillion into these crypto. Okay, just know that. It's not... We don't have $3 trillion in it. Most of that is inflated. So even if it goes up to 11 trillion, it does not mean we have $11 trillion in crypto. That doesn't mean that at all. So it could easily be well above 11 trillion. Crypto Frazzy. The strange thing was the recent to the 95 with barely any volume. I mean, a lot of these movement was barely any volume. I mean, we had a little bit here. What a good thing is, the drop to 95, still better than the recent 2 drops to 92, which is, which is good. The recent drops, there was a 92, 92, 92. So if this is the new low and we build off from here and then we get right back into 99 and break through, then no one's going to remember this anymore, right? I mean, this goes to show you how fast things can change. Yesterday for Christmas, we broke up from 94 to basically 100, 99.9 in a single day. We had volume come in out of nowhere, and then we just shot up. In a single day, we could be above 100. And then in a single day, we could go from 100 to 108, just like that. In 2 days, we could be right back up to our previous high. That's how fast things can move. So I think most of the bearishness is from the alts, and I get that. Bitcoin could get back to its previous high like in no time. But the alts I know are like down, some of them are down like 20, 30% from previous highs. But again, you have to take the bad with the good. Think about how fast alts have come. You look at something like XRP, which spent most of its days below 50 cents for the entire year. It's up almost, 1,000% within a single, within 3 months. So you can't really be complaining about it being down 30% when it's up 1,000% in like 3 months. So You gotta take the bad with the good. If it's going correct, okay, but it already went up like 1,000%. So what what do you expect? Rancho. What wallet do you recommend I buy cryptocurrency? Not wallet. If you're new, well, it also depends on where you're from. If you're new, you have to start with the exchange, right? It depends on if you're from the US or not. Because if you're around the world, I can't really tell. I can't really help you because, exchanges around the world could be different. But the biggest one has to be like Coinbase. But then you also have like, say, like crypto.com, you have Kraken, you have Gemini, you have a lot of options out there. But Coinbase by far is the biggest, and that's the exchange most people start out with. You also have, like, if you're in the US, you have Robinhood, which is a very popular stock trading app, but you could also buy crypto on it. Um, and then now you can, like, even Fidelity, which is in the US, you can buy crypto on there, but then you can't transfer out. Do I believe in aliens? I do believe in aliens. I just don't know if I believe that they ever came to Earth. But in the universe, yes, there's definitely aliens. Um, New show people recommended. I finished Severance, by the way, and a new season's going to start, so it's good because I saved 3 years of waiting. I caught up on Silo on Apple TV. That's a really good show. It starts out great, and then it gets really slow, and then it gets great again. But anyone that's looking for a new show, Silo on Apple TV is also pretty good. There's a big plot twist, but again, it starts out fast, it starts out great, and then it gets really slow, and then it gets great again. So you have to like get through that. But Silo is actually a really good show for people that want to watch it. There's season one, and right now it's season two is playing. And those of you guys that have kids, I watched Sonic 3 yesterday. That was actually surprisingly a good movie. For a kids movie, Sonic 3 is actually a really good movie. I actually don't remember Sonic. I never. I don't. I think I watched Sonic 1. I don't remember if I did. But I didn't watch Sonic 2. But Sonic 3 was actually really good. Oh, Carry On. I watched Carry On Netflix recently too. Carry On is really good. It's a good movie. It's like a good B-rated movie. It's not an A-rated movie, but it's a good B-rated movie that you can watch with the family. It's a good one. What's your favorite all-time TV show? Oh, I have so many. I loved Lucifer. That was a recent one. I loved Supernatural when it was on the first few seasons. Like I watched that forever. Stargate SG-1. That was like one of my all-time favorites. Um, I like a lot of sci-fi shows. I would say Stargate SG-1 was probably my favorite. There's so many. Picard season 3 was really good, in my opinion. Um, Orville, I didn't watch that until it was really late. I think like last year. Orville is surprisingly good sci-fi show. I thought it was just like a spoof of Star Trek, but Orville is actually surprisingly good. Um, I watched The Mentalist. It was good, but not something that I really enjoy like love, but it was really good. House was good. Um, I really wish they bring Orville back. I guess I have to watch Foundation. Oh, Breaking Bad. How could I forget? Breaking Bad was one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, Breaking Bad has to be all-time favorites. Please check team cross all-time high looks bullish with MEXC listing. Anything that gets listed at MEXC, don't take that as a good thing. You just pay to get listed at MEXC, and MEXC is a really bad exchange. Really bad exchange. They don't treat anyone well. They take tokens from the projects and they dump them. So usually after a MEXC listing, they dump, just so you know. And they treat their KOLs horribly. MEXC is a horrible exchange, just so you know. But I don't know what Tema is. Dexter was good until it wasn't. Their new shows suck. Game of Thrones was really good until the last season. Game of Thrones was really good until the last season. Dragon Ball Super was awesome, and then they never came out Super 2. I don't know why. I never got into Fringe. I couldn't get into that. Mandalorian was season 1 was good. Season 2 was okay. I couldn't get into season 3. I didn't even watch it. Discovery was good. Shane, I actually really liked Discovery. I couldn't get into Strange New Worlds. I watched. I didn't think it was good. I thought Discovery was good. Yeah, I think Squid Game 2 just came out, but I didn't watch it. I watched Mr. Beast's Beast Games, the first 2 episodes. I think this third episode came out. One thing I'll say about Mr. Beast is, for good and okay, I'll say the positives first. Mr. Beast is a narcissist and and uh, and crazy in a way where he's a perfectionist. So he will spend every single dime and minute to make his shows bigger and better, and he will spend more. It's obvious that he took all of the money he got from Amazon and he put every single dime into this Beast Game show. And it is very entertaining. Season 1, first 2 episodes were super entertaining, and I will continue to watch it. Um, so I'll say that as the good things. The bad thing is how he makes things entertaining is really just by throwing more and more money at people, right? So it's really becoming like this joke. You know how like sometimes I joke about like, you know, running over peasants with cars or like throwing gold coins at peasants and stuff. He's like really he's really embracing that. Like what he's really doing with his shows is just like throwing money at peasants. So everything he's doing is bigger and grander, but it's really just throwing more money at people, right? He's like really embracing that. So I don't know, at some point I think it's going to turn on him. Like his ideas are just basically throwing more money at people. So I don't know. I think at some point he's going to run out of stuff to do, or that kind of entertainment is going to start turning people off. I don't know. That's kind of my thing. I think eventually because no other creator is doing that. All other creators are finding some kind of niche where they're not just throwing money at people. That is his niche now. It's just to throw money at people. So I don't know if that has sustainability. Maybe it does. We'll see. We'll see. Tulsa King is an awesome show. Awesome show. I really love it. Season 1 and 2 is really good. Ozarks was a really good show too. I was really addicted to Ozarks. Yeah, I actually really do like Jason Bateman. I think he's a good actor. Morgan Paul, I think you're right. You know, people like to watch. I mean, greed never gets old and people always watch. But, you know, I think that might bite him in the ass someday. Exploiting people's weakness for greed at some point. I don't know. Maybe not. But Beast Games is really entertaining. It's on Amazon Prime. All right, guys, that's enough about television shows. Stay strong, my friends. We're entering the year-end rally stage. Let's see if it happens. Things could turn on a dime real quick, guys. So do not lose hope. Stay strong. Stay focused, vigilant. And I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.